Go rest. Go rest. Get it? No? Wow. Okay.
It wasn't that funny.
It wasn't that funny. So, working on I don't know if I can tell you who it is. So, working on a particular implementation of REST, there was a set of services on a particular domain that interested me that was passing data back and forth, and it was just a serial string of numbers. And anytime I see numbers passing back and forth on a social media site that I use a lot, I'm always interested. And I think, Mike, you might have mentioned this at some point, not during talk, but you've mentioned this before. And I was very interested in watching things kind of go by, and I like to tinker and manipulate. So at one point, I just started randomly putting things into the string that was being passed around. Interestingly enough, if you substitute, take the number 1 out and put in a string of script and just let it go, it gets passed around to 21 different servers eventually. Because how do I know this? Because they all posted back their IP address. Some of them the same IP address, which even worries me more. But so the moral of the story is, had a conversation with one of the folks that writes this, and he says, well, developers get to write. Are you flicking us off? What is that? Hold on. Oh, sorry.
He's telling us to hurry up.
He's telling us to hurry up. Cool. Thanks.
We can fire off into a wrap-up rant soon.
Wrap-up rant.
Yeah.
So, he says, well, the developers wrote an open API that allowed outside folks to sort of, you guys know where we're going with this, to allow outside folks to start writing their own code and to create new interfaces and new plugins and new gadgets and crap like that. And the flash of brilliance there is that, well, we want to leave it as unstructured as possible to not restrict creativity. Yeah, you guys got it now. Well, what could possibly go wrong is you could cross-site script like a crap ton of this domain completely by accident, unfortunately from your corporate IP address. But so, and the biggest challenge you have with something like that is, again, testing it, right? So figuring out what it does. As a security guys, you guys go back to work at some point. Well, some of you work. The rest of you just make my life hell. So if you go back to work on Tuesday or Friday, what is today?
I don't know.
Whatever today is,
Sunday.
whatever day you go back to work, you'll look around your company for REST web services and then ask yourself, how the hell are you going to test that? Because they're not going to document it for you. There's no pretty There's no pretty XML structure. There's no SOAP envelope. It's just crap streaming back and forth. So I thought I'd just throw that out there as a closing thought from me. That good luck.
So there's a lot of things that are being pushed into the web. There's a lot of web services out there that some of them are useful, some of them aren't useful, some of them are good ideas, some of them are bad ideas. One thing that everybody here, we really haven't even gone over it that much, but I want everybody here to understand there's absolutely no security built into the web. And
wait, what?
Is this a shocking revelation to anybody? Because we've been trying to hack on terrible fixes for web application problems for 15 years now. More than that, actually. But browsers are incredibly insecure. They have no boundaries. Web applications have no inherent boundaries built into them. We're trying to hack it up.
Cousin.
Huh? See, I'm actually just about to get momentum here with my rant.
Go for it.
No, he stopped it. He killed it.
Get your
Browsers
momentum.
suck. What?
Get your momentum. Come on, get your
my momentum. All right. So we're. Yeah.
I've hacked his brain.
You've hacked my brain.
I win.
Anyways, web applications are very insecure. Cross-site scripting, cross-site request forgery, these stupid little attacks that are getting people owned right and left all the time, they're not complicated, they're not new, but they're incredibly useful because they work everywhere. XSS is like the universal API. It makes it so that you can integrate your web application with anybody else's. It's great. Anyways, whenever people want to move things onto the web, whether it's the admin panel for your network appliance, or is there a reason that your firewall really needs a web interface on it? I mean, if you really can't work the CLI, you shouldn't be managing a firewall.
You realize it just disqualified about 50% of the whole firewall builders out there, right?
But speaking of, earlier this year I found a XSS in the Palo Alto firewall. Within 5 minutes, it was the first place I looked. I think that people just aren't looking at them because they're expensive, and people who have spare time aren't actually looking at them. It's crazy. Anyways.
They're secure.
Yeah, they are. We don't need most of the web services we have, and most of them are really dangerous.
Okay, I'll finish up with one story.
Go for it.
So I've got.
Time, though.
How much time do we have? We're done.
We're out.
Oh. Okay,
Fast.
cool. Hey, thanks.
Yes.